What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the uncrowned Otaku. Hey, not too much on the shirt. I had to rep my Power Rangers. I couldn't find my other shirts. I don't know where they're at. This one I know is Mash Medium. I got this like 5 years ago or something like that. My body been changed, bro. But the new joint on Netflix, Power Rangers Once It Always dropped, and y'all see, I had to rep as a Power Rangers fan to the death of me. You still watch Power Rangers to this day?
To this day. To this day.
To this day, I will never not watch Power Rangers, bro. I skipped a couple seasons back when it went to Jetix, because when it went to Jetix, the cable provider I had dropped Jetix, so I couldn't watch them, and I just never went back to see them. So like Mystic Force, completely missed the wave on that one. Overdrive, missed the wave on that one. But yeah, Power Rangers is embedded in my core. It's what made my childhood awesome. And to see the original cast and the second original cast, to see the cast from Mighty Morphin, let me put it that way, the cast from Mighty Morphin come back to do this movie, bro. And by the way, this will have spoilers, minimum spoilers, but it will have spoilers. But this, as a Power Rangers fan, and yes, I'm coming at it from a fan standpoint, so this will be a completely biased talk, because I loved everything about this movie. Well, there's a couple of things I didn't, but overall, I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. So coming from a Power Ranger fan standpoint, they did everything I would have wanted. I loved seeing Billy and Zach kind of take the lead in this one, instead of the traditional Red Ranger is leading everybody to XYZ. I did like that we got to see those guys, the core, really get to take the lead on this. What I was a little sad about was that we didn't get to see the original Jason. We didn't get to see Amy Jo Johnson, aka Kimberly. We didn't get to see them reprise their roles, but their characters were in it. They just never took the helmets off. If y'all know what that means, though. The characters were in it. They just never took the helmets off. But we did get to see original Black, Blue. I think those were the only two originals, actually. And then Steve Cardenas came back as Rocky. We had Pink Ranger Cat. We had Johnny Young Bosch. Although him and the other Yellow Ranger, they were actually in space doing stuff with I believe I forgot the actual name of them, but they're like the Alien Ranger dudes. Y'all remember them? They were out in space doing stuff there. And then, oh man, this movie, they brought Rita back, and Rita, she killed Trini in the movie. Oh my gosh, that hurt me. And this movie was like a big love note to Trini, low key. We got to see Trini's daughter kind of take that role of Saber-Tooth Tiger. She was trying to cope with the death of her mom, and she had a struggle blaming Billy for it in the beginning, and then realizing he couldn't have known what was going to happen. It's not Billy's fault, which her revenge stopped her from morphing into the Yellow Ranger. But at the end, when she sacrifices herself to keep Billy alive, you see that's when the Morphin Grid acknowledges her. Like Roman Reigns, the Morphin Grid was like, "We acknowledge you," and she finally morphs into that Yellow Ranger. What was cool here is, if y'all remember, I believe it was Turbo, when Blue Ranger was a kid and he morphed, he became an adult. Nah, when this girl morphed, she stayed the same size, and I was like, that's an excellent call. I didn't want to see her grow to the size of the other Rangers. I needed her to stay that same size. I feel like that was important. One of my favorite moments here was when they were attacking Rita in her castle. They all morphed, and then I forgot exactly what Billy said, but they all called on their weapons, and then they spread out and started doing damage. Bro, I haven't seen those weapons in so long that when they pulled them out, I immediately fanboyed out. I was like, oh my gosh, the power lance, the power axe, the daggers, the bow, the sword. I couldn't believe it. Oh, it's like I was reliving my childhood all over again. And then they summoned the Zord. Now, the Zord fight was it was a little wonky in a way where they tried to update the Zord fight with the graphics, but it was heavily CGI to the point where I was just like, man, if you don't put somebody in a bulky costume and let them go to town in a miniature set the way we used to do it back in the day, I wanted the back in the day Zord fight. I didn't really care for the CGI graphic Zord fight, but I was happy they brought the Zords back. They summoned up the power sword. Loki, when they did the finishing move, I thought they were going for like an overhead strike to cleave. I forgot the name, Snizzard. They were going to cleave Snizzard in two. Instead, they went for like an overhead strike, switched it up, and just poked him in the liver. I was like, come on, bro. You missed a premium opportunity. You went for a little side stab and knocked him out. But we did get to see Billy put in work with those power lances. You know, Rita caught that sound gang. He was like, "Don't ever turn your back on me, gang, gang." But yeah, from a Ranger standpoint, I love this. At the end, there was, oh man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I cried at the end because there was a flashback to when Kimberly was playing the guitar, singing a song, and this wasn't like they filmed this for the show. No, this was taken from the original Mighty Morphin scenes, and you could see all of them were younger, of course, because it was taken from the original Mighty Morphin. And Billy, Zach is singing, and then it flashes over. You see Trini singing. They focus in on Jason David Frank, aka Tommy the Green Ranger, and then it says, "In loving memory, you know, once a Ranger, always a Ranger." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, my heart, rest in peace." Oh my gosh, the Green Ranger, Red Ranger, he's a Black Ranger, White Ranger. Oh, Jason David Frank was one of my favorite Rangers of all time. Trini was an excellent Yellow Ranger too. But, man, that ending, I'm not going to lie, that ending really messed me up. Like I said, I cried, y'all. I really cried because those two characters meant so much to me growing up. And while I was watching the movie, while they were, you know, when Rita killed Trini, I was like, okay, they just made that canon. I get why. Cool. And because they were telling the story about that throughout the movie, I was kind of okay with that. But then when they brought Jason David Frank in, I was like, that's still so fresh, man. And that seeing both of them, they are once a Ranger, always a Ranger for sure. But still, man, that hurt me, and I cried. But yeah, Power Rangers, it means so much to me growing up, man. To see them reprise their roles, it really meant. And I'm about to tear up now just thinking about it, y'all. It really meant so much to me because I don't think my childhood would have been as good as it was if I didn't watch Power Rangers growing up, and I don't think I would be who I am if I didn't watch Power Rangers growing up. So that's why I never will stop watching it, because it's just so ingrained in me now that it's like I'm a fan for life. And some people say like, "Oh no, yeah, I used to watch growing up. I was a big fan." No, like me, I'm a fan for life. Y'all got a fan for life in Uncrowned Otaku. I promise y'all that. But overall, movie, solid movie. Oh my gosh, focus up, Dom. Overall, movie, if I'm being completely honest with myself, it's about what you'd expect. It's not going to blow your mind. It ain't going to break no, because of the fandom, it might actually break some box offices. But if you take the fandom out of it, and if you're just a random person who's on Netflix, you stroll across it, you watch it, I can understand why you would say it's kind of mid. It is predictable to an extent. The line's kind of corny at times, but if you grew up watching Power Rangers and you watch that now, oh my gosh, everything is just done to perfection, bro. Down to the morphs, how they fight. They brought back hip hop keto. Oh man, the only thing they were missing was actually having Bulk and Skull in there. But they had a little billboard of them, so I'm okay with that. Plus, we had them in Power Rangers Samurai, so I guess we really didn't need them to come back for the movie. There was no Zordon because he's trapped somewhere, but because he's trapped, we understand that. This movie did everything as a Ranger fan, this movie did everything you could have wanted. I don't know what more they could have done to satisfy us as a fandom. I think they checked every single box, bro. And it makes me wish we could see more of them, especially the new Yellow Ranger, because she's so young. This might be the first time, well, maybe, yeah, she's much younger than her cast of Rangers at the time. I was about to say with Turbo, with the kid who was a Blue Ranger, but even then, those Turbo people, they were like, I think they were still teens with attitude. So this is the first time where the new, and I forgot her name in the show, and they said it so many times. Y'all know me, I'm bad with names. But has a new Yellow Ranger, she's definitely a teenager, but all of her fellow Rangers are like 40 and 50-year-olds. So it makes me want to see how she's going to handle being a Power Ranger going forward, if she's going to get a new cast. But I honestly don't think they're going to do anything further with that, and I think they don't have to. They don't need to. I think if they tried to continue what this movie did, it would kind of ruin the movie and the legacy a little bit. So I think letting it rest here is for the best. Yeah, we brought back the flying car too, the rad bug. Oh, man, like I said, as a fan, this movie, 10 out of 10. I don't know what more you could have wanted. But hey, that's just what I think. What did y'all think? Comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Uncrowned Kingdom. I've been your boy, the Uncrowned Otaku. Like I said, be easy on this shirt. It's an old shirt. That's the fire that keeps the kingdom burning safely. And normally I would say something like, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace, bros. Peace, 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 peace. But this time, I had to break out something special. With all the power coins on it. This is the Battle of the Great Collector's Edition. I got everybody's power coin on it. I hope y'all can see that. And I just wanted to say, man, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. May the power protect you, always.